probably heard that it is great advice as you're trying to grow your career that you should have a mentor. In this video, I'm going to give you 5 tips on why a mentor can transform your life, your career, and really make everything you do just that much better. But first, let me give you a little context. I have been very fortunate. In my career, I've had a lot of people who have mentored me, and then as I have reached some level of success here and there, I have always been willing to help other people. I've had several people ask me, would you be my mentor? And my answer is usually, you're welcome to call me as often as you want. Most people never call back. But I have 2 gentlemen who for 10 years have continued to call me. And in fact, their careers have excelled, they have navigated a lot of bumps in the road in life, and we've developed a great friendship along the way. My wife refers to them as my fake sons, and not every mentor relationship are you going to develop into this really tight family-type relationship. However, I do know from my experience being on both sides of mentorship that a mentor can transform everyone. Now, I recently met someone, and he really came off as the biggest jerk I've ever met. Now, that's saying a lot because I've met a lot of people. Now, when we meet people, we sum them up for a lot of reasons, and I've tried very hard not to be unfair. But this young man, when I met him, and I asked him, what do you do? The first words out of his mouth were, I have a 7-figure coaching business. Now, I would think the actual answer to that is, I have a coaching business. Why someone needed to tell me they're doing $1 million a year right in the first chance I met them, I don't know, but it was very important to him that he self-identified as how successful he was. This guy would have benefited from having a great mentor who could have told him, when you're out in public and you're meeting people, don't be a tool. But he didn't have anyone clearly in his life, and he was trying to position himself as the next Gary Vee. He was really proud of himself. And if he ever sees this video and knows I'm talking about him, he'll immediately turn it around and say that I was the problem and all these other things, because that's the kind of person he is. He wouldn't learn from this video. But if you're trying to navigate life and you want more success and more opportunities, I want to share with you why having a mentor is such a good idea. And I've got 5 reasons. Number 1 is a mentor can help you deal with things along the way because the mentor has experience. Now, I'm not saying that you're not smart and experienced when you're younger, but I can tell you when I'm in my 50s, I wish I had always had someone along the way who would guide me in my life and in my career, because you don't want to have to be recreating the wheel everywhere you go. The second reason that you want to have a mentor is you want to have an ally. You want to have a cheerleader, someone who is going to give you those words of encouragement. Because along the way, sometimes you're going to stumble, you're going to make mistakes, and let's face it, life is really hard, and we don't tell kids that. And somewhere along the way, you need to have someone there when you're stumbling and struggling who can see your strengths, who will help motivate you and help you get ahead. The third reason that a great mentor can be really important is they can open doors for you. A great mentor will open up their network and introduce you to people so that it'll be easier for you to get to the inside in business and be able to have those connections that really will open up those doors and bring more opportunities your way. That's why a great mentor is so important. And then finally, or fourth, not finally, there's one after this. Fourth is you want to have someone who will hold you accountable to your goals. A great mentor will push you to set real goals, and they'll make sure that you're not just throwing out buzzwords along the way, like I want to be successful, or I want to have an impact, or I want financial freedom. Yeah, everybody wants those things, but what does it mean? Your goals have to be something that is clear and concise, and the mentor will help you craft that, and then a great mentor will call you and ask you, how are you coming on these goals? They'll hold you accountable so that you're taking action along the way. And the final reason that having a good mentor is important is a great mentor will call you out when you're being a jerk. If this person who I referred to earlier in the video had a great mentor, he never would position himself that he's so fancy and shiny and successful, because his mentor would have slapped him upside the head at some point and said, go out there and be a human. Don't try to be a facade of a human, and don't be a tool. That's why you want to have a great mentor. Now, not everybody wants to be a mentor. Finding a good mentor is really hard. However, if you are clear that that's something that you want, and you put it out there into the universe, and you ask people, like I said, many people have asked me if I would mentor them. And my answer is usually, sure, you can call me as much as you want. But the trick is, as the mentee, you then need to set the parameters of how often you're going to call, and then you need to follow up and make those calls. Here's the problem. As a mentor to somebody I don't know very well in the beginning of the relationship, I can't call them up and say, hey, how you doing today? I'd like to mentor you today. That would be weird and creepy. So the mentee needs to set up what is the arrangement of our mentor-mentee relationship, and then you have to keep that relationship going along the way. So I hope you've enjoyed this video. I'm going to make some more on this because this is a topic people have asked me for. Do me a favor, subscribe to the channel and leave a comment. Let me know what else you'd like to know about this topic or any others. Have a great day.